So I'm chalking up, and you can see if you watch the video, I'm like, because I have no idea what I'm gonna do when I hit that table.
So from when her hands leave the table and when she lands, she does a 2.5 twist. She does a 1.5.
Simone Biles made a decision as the world watched.
As soon as I land, I kind of grin and I'm like, and I salute, and I want to run. If I could have gotten a plane and flown home, I would have done it.
I've never seen her do something like this.
And we are just being told by the officials that Simone Biles is out of the competition tonight.
The 2021 Olympics was to be Simone's crowning moment. And in the biggest moment of her career, she showed the courage to make a difficult choice. A choice only Simone could make. The greatest gymnast of our time stepped down, not out of weakness, but out of strength.
I was like, America hates me. The world is gonna hate me. And I can only see what they're saying on Twitter right now. That was my first thought.
Extreme courage isn't about pushing through. Sometimes it's about knowing when to take a step back. Critics questioned her character, but what they couldn't see was the raging battle on the inside. This is Simone Biles' story of extreme courage.
I would literally tell my teammates, like, I'm fighting demons, but I'm trying to push past that. No, I'm fine.
Is it why she is out of the competition? If nothing else, you just wish her the best.
Simone Biles is arguably the greatest gymnast of all time. Her flips, unbelievable. Her routines, perfect. Her ability to do difficult routines is legendary. But it's not just her physical skill that sets her apart. It's something deeper, something stronger. It's her ability to know when to make the right choice. To start the Tokyo Olympics, during some of her initial warm-up vaults, Simone experienced something every gymnast fears: the twisties.
Like, your mind and your body is at a disconnect. The best way I could describe it is every day you drive a car. If one day you woke up and you had no idea how to drive a car, your legs are going crazy, you have no control over your body, that's kind of how it feels like.
Terrifying.
And it's terrifying because we're in a car without any protection. Right. I am my car.
To say it's dangerous is an understatement. One wrong move could mean serious injury, a broken neck, or worse. Simone knew the risk. As America's top gymnast, she was under tremendous pressure to compete. After all, this is for Olympic gold. The courage to step back, knowing it would invite overwhelming criticism, is not just rare, it's profound. The media was in a frenzy. Many people said she let her team down, but those critics didn't understand what it took for Simone to make that decision. It takes real courage to stand in front of the world and say, I need to stop. There are some that would say this was weak. But for those who compete on the world stage, they realized how strong she really was. In stepping back, she taught us all a powerful lesson. True courage isn't about denying fear. It's about facing it head on and making the right call, even when it's the hardest thing to do.
I would say it wasn't even in Tokyo, unfortunately. I think it's whenever I decided to come back and train and getting over those demons, because there were so many days I would come back in the gym and it was like 1 step forward, 5 steps back, 1 step forward, 5 steps back.
Soon after the Tokyo Olympics decision, in the quiet of recovery, Simone took the time to heal, mentally and physically. Simone stepped back when she needed to, showing that setbacks don't define us. Our response does.
Let's not just think about the Olympics right now. Let's think about maybe getting your skills back, twisting comfortably again.
It's easy to stay comfortable, but greatness, it's born from bold, courageous steps. 2 years later, Simone made the decision to compete again.
I was like, okay, I want to go back to the Olympics. I want to do this. And they're sitting across the table and they look at me and they're like, no. And I was like, I just told you I want to go to the Olympics. Like, I want to go back to the Olympics. Let's do this.
Simone's decision wasn't about winning medals. It was about proving something bigger. It was about showing the world she made the right decision in 2021. She helped the world see that we all hold the power to make bold decisions, to push past our fears and redefine our journey.
I've learned so much about myself in such different Olympic experiences. I feel like at this point, nothing can break me. It's like I've just been through so much trauma, so much healing, the process. I'm actually excited to see what happens after this.
It's very important to come every day, to try to do your best, but on those days when you don't feel good and stuff, still being here, even if it's for 1 or 2 hours, but at least accomplish something every day. I believe now. She has to believe. It's much more building the confidence than anything else. Her technique is good enough. It's her mind that needs to be trained on that particular event.
I feel like the expectations for me will be a lot bigger just because every time I've gone out, I've done what they wanted or what they said might happen. So I've always, so to say, pulled through.
Even though for the regular gymnast, it's insane what we're trying to do, but for her, I think it's very important that she knows she can handle it.
In 2024, Simone returned to the mat. She dominated her routines. She silenced the critics. But most importantly, she proved to herself that stepping back was the right choice.
But my goal is still to go out there, have fun, inspire the kids, and lead a team.
Simone showed us all that courage can be your greatest asset. Extreme courage is not the absence of fear. Fear will always be there. Extreme courage is changing how you respond to fear. Simone's story shows us that courage isn't always about pushing harder. Sometimes it's about knowing when to pause. It's about protecting yourself, your body, and your mind. Simone's decision in 2021 wasn't just a moment of bravery. It was a message to every athlete, every competitor, every person facing a challenge. Sometimes the best choice is about stepping back so you can continue to move forward.
Has it sunken in? What did it mean to you? What did the Paris Olympics mean to you?
It meant everything, especially coming off of Tokyo. That wasn't my best performance or how I planned for it to go. So to put the work in mentally and physically and to be back on a world stage competing at an Olympic Games meant everything.
Simone had that extreme courage to step back when she needed to. This difficult choice redefined her future legacy.
What would you like your legacy to be? I mean,
Oh my goodness. I feel like throughout gymnastics, as long as I'm inspiring the next generation and having fun and just making sure that it's not all about winning, but still putting a good foot forward even when it doesn't go your way, I think that's what I would want it to be.